Goedemorgen, and welcome to the Mama's Boys podcast. What's it? Episode 2. I'm here with Tommy. Tommy, how you been going? How you been doing? How are you doing this week on the other side of the country?
Oh, hey Raymond. I'm doing pretty good. This week, man, it's been something else, you know? It's been a good week. I just dropped a demo on my YouTube channel. You guys can
I didn't
probably
ask
go to that.
specifically. I did not ask specifically what you were doing. I actually don't care. Okay, kidding. Go. Sorry, go.
I'm sorry. For a second there, I was so scared. Um,
Oh no, go. Sorry. No.
okay. Yeah, no, guys, hey, listen, everyone. I just dropped a demo on my YouTube channel. It's the first thing I've ever made in my life. So you guys can go down to the link below, check out my YouTube channel, any other of my social media, and you guys can, or you can just go up into the YouTube search bar and you can look up Tommy space J space demo #1, and you should see it. But
Sounds
yeah, this week's
accurate.
been good.
Yeah, and we'll also put all of our links and social media as well in the description of the video.
Yep.
So, Tommy, getting into actually, let me tell you how my week's been going since you didn't ask.
Okay. Tell me, how has your week been, Raymond?
Kidding. It's been decent. It's been good. You know, I've been going. This Florida sun beating down on me. I watched a dude catch a croc in a trash can earlier this week.
Right. Wait.
I also you remember in the last podcast when you said you used to think that like you always like suspicious like Titans were gonna come up and eat you while you're taking a shower or whatever.
Right.
Like you had a sneaking suspicion.
Where is
Okay.
this going?
Wait, hold up. I haven't even finished, mijo. Well, it's going today. You know, I was just driving down the street, so there was a little bit of traffic, you know. And I'm driving slow. I'm taking it slow, you know. And I see this dude with this, you know, this thing about on his face, a little mask. And it's got like this one red eye hole. I don't see another eye hole. I think it might have been like, I don't know, a towel. So I don't even know what he was wearing. Anyway, the entire time he's following my car, and I'm thinking, is that Deadshot?
Oh shit! It's Obito from Naruto.
What?
You ever watch
I'm
Naruto?
thinking. I know. I actually now everybody gonna hate me, but I've only watched episode 1 of the original Naruto, and I have not seen anything else.
That.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not really sorry at all.
Oh.
So I'm thinking this entire time, like, what did I do? Did I breathe? Did I drive while not white? Why is this dude following me? And is he gonna take me out? is he gonna come up behind me and
You're
take
like,
my life while I eat my while I eat my McDonald's coffee, 5 cream, 5 sugar?
I like to think you're sitting here praying and you're just like, God, what have I done wrong? Please tell me.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, please don't do me in like this. Don't do me like this.
Oh no.
Don't let this homeless guy
Oh my
make
gosh.
this the end. But anyway, that was my morning. Other than that, work has been mandating the vaccines that President Papa Biden has been saying we got to get for companies with 100 more employees. So I just got my second one, and I feel like I am mutating. I'm morphing into you know, Michael Jackson. Anyway. Whoa!
I'm sorry.
I'm so
sorry. The vaccines do make you a shade lighter, I have heard.
Who said that? Did Reddit say that? Because the people on Reddit said my nose was big as hell. So
Well,
I don't
hey,
know if I should believe everything they say.
well, I mean, your nose is kind of on the larger side of, the scale.
Oh,
But hey, I was just to let you all know, by the way, before we go any further. Normally we got like 3 hosts. Again, unfortunately, for the second episode, T-Bone, he won't be here because he's got some work opportunities and stuff, and his schedule just hasn't aligned yet. But next one, he'll definitely be on the podcast.
Man said he was literally gonna go out and get some milk, and he hasn't been back for 2 podcasts.
Yeah, well, hey, maybe he ain't coming back.
Who knows? But yeah, we'll try to get him the next one. But for now, it's just us. Anyway, edit that out. Tommy, so have you been? I know you told me earlier this week that you've been reading a lot. Tell me a little bit about that. Like, what have you been reading?
Oh yeah, no. So I tried, like I said in the last episode, I was getting into Norse mythology by Neil Gaiman. Again, I can't pronounce his name. That was boring. So I picked up a manga that called All You Need Is Kill, and I got into that one because there was a movie called The Edge of Tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of people know what that one is, and that movie was actually based off of a Japanese light novel, which then was turned into a manga by the artist for Death Note. And I was like, well, I gotta read this. And so yeah, I just read that through the week, and it was a really good read.
Death Note?
What?
Oh, I was saying the guy who wrote the book made Death Note.
Oh no, the guy who drew the manga was the
Drew
artist
the
for Death
manga.
Note.
Was the artist for Death Note. Death Note was so good. I'm disappointed that I actually just came across it like last month and watched it. I wish I watched it sooner, but like
Yeah.
I just watched it like last month. Then after I watched it, I read the manga. It was good. I like the little Batman Joker stuff they got going on with Light and L. Man, I did it. I felt like the way L left was the only appropriate way, just because. Oh, spoilers, by the way. Just because there was no way that L was going to not find out that he did. At that moment he died. He found out that Light was Kira.
Yeah, right after he died, or right before he died.
Yeah. And the other Shinigami, she was all like, "Psych, bitch! I'm gonna take your life." And she just does it. She just does it, and he dies. And did he? Was he trying to? Did he actually end up like trying to tell anybody that Light was Kira when he died? I don't think he did. I think he just
No, yeah,
basically went on the
I don't
ground and
know. I
died.
don't remember.
No, I don't think he did. But he ended up dying, and I thought that was the end. I thought, okay, so Death Note over, and then we go back to the orphanage, and he got 2 mini me's there.
Yep.
And thereby, and I at the moment I'm all like, okay, well, homie's about to avenge their brother or something.
I don't know. Again, I haven't watched this in years. I don't remember anything. I
Well,
just remember that one scene with Light pretty much twerking on Elle's grave. That was pretty crazy.
He was twerking on a grave.
I don't know what he was doing. It looked pretty crazy though.
I thought he was like, was there a funeral there was a funeral for Elle?
Yeah, there was a funeral, but then everyone was gone. He's at his grave, and then I don't know why, but he just starts twerking.
I don't. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it now because I don't remember that. But if you
Right.
say he was twerking on this dead dude's grave, I'm gonna believe you.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna believe you.
you
Okay.
yeah.
So
You can go check that out then.
Yeah. Go, guys. Go check out Death Note. It's on Netflix. It's on Crunchyroll. It's on YouTube. But anyway, now getting back to like our topic relating to twerking on dead people's graves.
Right.
Um, Powerlifting.
Yes.
Let's actually get into that now. I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while. By a while, I mean 1 week since we started this podcast. But I think that we both know a bit about it, so
Mm.
to kind of share what we know. So, actually getting into our topic now, uh, on the basis of like twerking on dead man's graves, let's actually talk about powerlifting. I've been
All
wanting to
right.
talk about this topic for a while now. By a while, I mean like 1 week since we started the actual podcast itself. So, Tommy, let's actually get into your background in powerlifting. When did you do it? What were you like? What were your maxes? Why you did it, and what progress did you see, and how did it change you?
Yeah, so I grew up in a house where it was dishonorable to be weak. And my dad, he he would look at me and he'd say, "You're a little failure. Tom, you're a little failure. You need to go get swole." And so that's what I did. And I spent the last 7 years of my life working out, and now I am a world-class powerlifter and I can lift really heavy stuff.
Okay. Um. Yeah. No, share what were your maxes? Just the three main big ones:
Wait,
squat, bench, and
just to
deadlift.
clarify, that was all a joke. So what actually happened was, yeah, no, pretty much, yeah, I did powerlifting in high school, and in fact, Raymond and I, we both did powerlifting in high school together. But for me personally, what got me into it was, it was just I wanted to, I looked in the mirror and I was like, I look pretty wimpy. I'm a pretty small kid, and so I just figured I'll go up to the gym, and that's what I did. I went up to the gym. I asked the powerlifting coach, "Hey, can I use your guys' gym to work out after school?" And he was pretty chill, and he was like, "Yeah, you can." I see no reason why not. I would like it if you would join the powerlifting team, but if you don't want to, yeah, just go for it. And so I did that for like 2 weeks. I don't remember. And then eventually I joined the powerlifting team just because I felt like, hey, like I'm making progress. I could join a sport with this. And then you and I met.
Yes. I remember. I do definitely remember that. We worked out. I remember you came in. You didn't really know jack shit about anything, did you?
Well, I don't know if I'd say that. That's a bit of an over exaggeration. I knew quite a bit. In fact, if anything, I would have called myself a connoisseur in powerlifting. I was a little uncertain though. It's your first time coming. You're very humbled by everyone. You're new. You don't have the right to speak, right?
Yeah. Dude, I got humbled by the coach daughter every time. I saw her. What was she? She was benching like three. She benched 315, and I'm sitting there like when I first came out. I know I joined like at least a year or 2 years before you. But when I first joined, I was benching the bar starting out. I was pretty weak. I was really embarrassed. That was pretty weak. And then went up to 10s, and I know I had this whole goal of I'm a bench 100 by the end of the year. The small ones like that, and just kept working it up.
Actually, I don't remember the coach's daughter. Didn't he have two of them?
Yeah.
He had an
No, I
older
was
one
talking
who was
about the
strong,
older one.
and the other
Yeah, yeah,
one
yeah,
who was like what my age, a little maybe a little older.
yeah.
Huh, whack. I completely forgot about all of that. Yeah. But yeah, so I got into powerlifting, and then I remember um at first I could like barely bench like what? So the bar is 45 pounds. I could obviously bench that, but I couldn't bench like I think was it 95 pounds? That was my first PR in bench press. It was like 95 pounds. Um and then my very first PR in in squat, let me think. It was like, oh, so I wasn't benching 135 or squatting 135 yet. I think 100 pounds. 100 pounds was my first squat. Yes. And then I don't remember what deadlift was. Deadlift was something pretty crazy though. But it was funny because with squat, I was intentionally like not lifting as much as I knew I could because I was afraid of hurting myself. And so during our first meet, I go and I warm up, and I didn't count the plates right, so I put the heaviest plates on both sides, so that's 135 pounds, and I go and warm up with that. And our friend Bebop, we're gonna call him, but
Bebop.
just yeah, so Bebop, our good friend Bebop, he was impressed. He was like, "Holy crap, man! You did that? Like, how did you like? That's your warm up?" I was like, "Wait, what do you mean? Why is that so impressive? It's like what 95 pounds?" He was like, "No, man, that's like 135." And I turn around, I'm like, "Oh, I could do so much more." Um, and then he did it too, and me and him were both just like, "Wow, we can lift a lot more than we thought we could." Yeah, and so then from there, that was our first meet. That was what we did our first meet. And our coach was pretty surprised.
Yeah, that was White River, right?
I,
White
I
River.
have no idea. No. That was a home meet. That was not my first meet. That was actually one of my first meets. Yeah, North Beach.
Well, I also, yeah, I do remember a lot of the meets. But can I ask though, Tom, so how did it like affect you years from that though? Years from high school powerlifting? Because I kept powerlifting even out after high school, but you stopped.
Um,
So like, how did like powerlifting, change your mindset, change your confidence, and help you grow after?
well, if I'm being entirely honest, it didn't really change all that much. I think what did change anything was more so, um, it was kind of the commitment to powerlifting, right? It was more so like, hey, because it was the bodybuilding aspect of it that made me like get bigger and stuff, and I looked better, and my confidence was a lot better, and it changed, like stuff like that, right? Um, and I think that's kind of more what I held on to, regimen and habit. That's kind of taught me that like obviously results aren't going to show up overnight. You have to put in the effort, you have to put in the work. You have to, if you're powerlifting and you're bodybuilding, it's going to take like a month before you get substantial results, and most likely more too. And that's if you're working hard. Walking into it, I was obviously like, hey, I want this to happen overnight, so I'm just going to work really hard for like a week and see what happens. And it didn't happen overnight, but I felt good. It also just yeah, it gave me something to do, something therapeutic though. It helped me like contemplate things in life, and it taught me that like if I'm ever in a point where I need to take a break from like what writing music, doing homework or something, then I can stop and I'll go exercise a bit. And when I exercise, I put on some music and I'm just kind of stuck in my head and it feels nice. It's like a little it's a unwinding period. And so I think the habit, the work ethic, the habit, and the therapeutic aspect of it are more what I held on to.
Yeah, I can see that. I like your not powerlifting, but lifting weights in general is good for relieving a lot of stress.
Mhm. What about you though?
Um, Me personally, what was it? Yeah, I when I joined, I mainly joined because I wanted to get more confident. I was kind of skinny. I would always walk everywhere or run. Um, but I was just really skinny and didn't feel confident at all in high school.
Yeah, you felt very like
I felt tiny compared to, just a lot of just a lot of people. And as we went through high school, I started noticing everybody going through high school was getting smaller and smaller. I don't know if it's what we were eating or genetics, but the freshmen were getting shorter and shorter and shorter. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, I understand what you mean. That's kind of how I felt coming to Provo High School and looking at the freshmen there. I was just like, hey, have I gotten taller or what's happening here? What's going on?
Yeah. And my old high school, like everybody was like tall and muscular, and it was just they looked way different than people at our school.
Mhm.
And by the way, for you guys that don't know, I'm in Florida and Tom's in Utah, right? Yeah, Utah.
Yep.
And we went to high school in Washington State together.
Yeah, we went in
Hey,
North
give him my
Beach.
address too. You want to give him my social fucking security too? What are you doing?
About to dox you.
Why don't you turn the light on in the driver's seat of the car while I'm driving at
Oh,
night and blind
yeah,
me too?
yeah, can one of you be like a hitman? I'll hire and take him out for me. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just letting them know what city. Oh no, now that I say it like, oh
I'm just
gosh.
letting it. Dang.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Let them know where your old house is too, so they can clean it out.
Yeah, yeah. So my social security number starts with a. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna give that.
I remember when one of our friends actually, they they said their social security number, and another one remembered it and used it as blackmail.
Oh, I think I remember that. That was the one for.
Bebop and bebop, yeah.
No. I don't remember. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
something else.
It
Yeah,
was, it was.
he looked at him with such clarity, and he's like, "You don't remember my social security?" And he did. He was like a freaking computer.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But sorry, I got completely off topic.
Oh yes, yeah. Sorry,
My fault.
it was
um, yeah, I know.
stupid.
But we were both in the same powerlifting team, and even outside of high school, we did compete in the AAU, um, Federation of Powerlifting in the state of Washington. And you went to nationals, didn't you?
Yeah, I set a state record for as a 13, 14-year-old, one of the two, in that weight class. I was really trying to get a national record, but it was too difficult, man.
Did you go to nationals when we had that graduation party? Because I didn't. I slept. I slept.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I did.
I slept like a Canadian because I was ooh.
What?
It's not funny if you don't like laugh at it. Like I was oot, not like ow. I was oot.
You
I
know my
was
dad's Canadian, right? Like that's really offensive. That
cut this out.
we don't
Cut it
we
out.
don't
Cut this out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
we don't say that.
You don't say ooh.
No, I don't say ooh. That was really rude.
Sorry.
No, you know what? Hey, you guys, all of you watching this, in the comments below, let us know let Raymond over here know how rude that was. Any of our Canadian viewers, freaking call him out on his shit.
I hope they do. I hope they do.
Yeah, if we ever have any.
Anyway. So yeah, we compete in the AAU. Last my most recent, because now I'm going and I'm gonna compete in the USA powerlifting. I'm gonna save some money. Me and I have this little student I'm training too who's trying to get into powerlifting as well. I'm gonna train to get into the USA Powerlifting Federation and go to a meet. Either the one that's coming up in February or the one in March.
Oh, awesome.
Just depends which one comes first. Just like right now this year, I'm just trying to get some stuff done this year. This podcast and other stuff. So I don't want anything else to distract from that. So
Right. Yeah, no, I feel you. You mentioned though you and your protege. Tell me more
oh
about it.
yeah. So when I moved down here, I was working at a few places, and he was one of my coworkers, and I guess we just kind of connected, and we started going to the gym.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
he's really interested in it because he was a runner. I got close to him because he egged me on to come running with him.
Oh
So
boy, how did that go?
yeah, it went like me always having to stop every 2 minutes to breathe. But he ran a good mile or two easily. And he got quads. You know, like Bebop, he got quads.
Bebop. Okay, Bebop's.
You know what I'm talking
About
about.
the short Bebop.
I'm talking about the Bebop dating redhead Bebop.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, he got quads.
Wait, you're talking about that Bebop.
That Bebop.
The Bebop that's probably you mean the Bebop that's probably pretty busy right now?
What do you mean? What do you
What do
mean
you
by
mean?
that?
Who are we talking
What
about?
you mean by that,
Which
boy?
Bebop?
Oh,
Oh my gosh. The tall Bebop?
The Bebop,
The tall Bebop?
yeah, the Bebop
Okay,
with the
yeah,
hair,
the Bebop with the good hair.
yeah,
Okay.
the good
Oh my
hair, yeah,
gosh. Oh
the
my
hair I wish
gosh.
I had.
We need a better name than Bebop. We need to start
No,
assigning.
we need to assign names.
No, like I said, I need to just start editing.
But
Oh boy.
I had quads like that. But he's already been working out and stuff,
Mhm.
and he does ice skating, all that stuff. Hasn't been in the gym though. But anyway, I come in and I think that he hasn't touched a workout in his life besides running. So
Right.
I'm thinking, okay, this dude will easily get some newbie gains and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, newbie
And
gains.
newbie
Crazy,
gains
man.
are real, boys and girls that are watching this. When you first start out, you're gonna see results
Pretty quickly.
in your first year. After that, it's gonna slow down.
Yeah, I think it's because of the general shock of just starting to work out, you know?
Yeah. But the thing with Bebop here is that when we actually started doing this, my workouts have percentages and RPEs and stuff to make it really specific, so that we're doing specific weight, so we can focus on building that strength.
Mhm.
The thing with him is that when we maxed out the first time, I I feel like he was just he hasn't worked out before like that, so he just got tired earlier. He got fatigued earlier because as we go along, it's as if everything's just the easiest weight for him. And it's like, what we maxed out for? It was kind of like when you don't work out for a while
Mhm.
and your strength is lowered a little bit, but it's only temporary because you just have to get back in and warm up and
Right, right.
do stuff. It felt like that.
Interesting.
So this week we're maxing out a little bit more, but I realized, like, into the end part of the max week we had to do deadlift, and I couldn't get past 315 without just dropping the weight. Not obviously dropping out of my hands, but like with my hands on it, I needed to drop the weight and then not put it down like lightly, because my back was getting. I felt like I was fucking tweaking out. Those. The tweakers in the middle of LA that are singing. Like I met this. No, I didn't meet any tweak. I mean, I guess I did meet a tweaker. He had like an iPad or whatever. But the tweaker that I showed you that was like chilling, and the back was being thrown out, and they were dancing. What was she singing? They asked her for the time. She was all like, "It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I need to crack rock on the
Oh
spot."
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, I could not stop watching that video. I watched that all night. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Yeesh.
god. She should have sang with Ariana Grande when she did that makeup concert for Manchester.
I wish I knew what you were talking about.
Oh, remember, because she had the concert in Manchester. By the way, rip to everybody who died or was hurt at that concert.
Wait, what?
Um,
I'm so
you
confused now.
you remember in Manchester, England, when ISIS attacked her concert?
No, I don't. I actually I had no idea that happened.
It was all over the news. What?
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Okay, well, check check YouTube sometime. What the heck?
You're like, we're supposed to be making a podcast. We need content. Freaking keep up to date.
Exactly, Jared. Come on, what are you doing, dude? Anyway, Um, yeah. Basically, I was tweaking out like a crackhead when I was trying to put that weight down on Planet Fitness because if you don't, they sound that fire alarm and they put you in cardiac arrest when I go off. You know,
Right.
they sounded it. I breezed one time and they sounded it. Now it could have been something else, but I didn't hear anything else go off besides me breathing in, breathing out, and then they were all like, beep, beep, beep.
Whoa, why though?
I don't know. I breathed too hard. Maybe I grunted. I don't know. Who knows?
Wait. Sorry. Was this because you dropped the weight or something?
No, I didn't drop anything. I was benching. I was going at it and I didn't put it down yet. I was just breathing. I might have grunted a little bit, because
Hmm.
how I get in my position. I like to start from the top and get into my arch form. The Dementor possessed arch.
Hmm.
And then get down to do my set. Now I don't do that crazy arch for like sets with higher reps because that ends up like I don't know, it doesn't feel good and you can't really maintain it for a long time. I
Right.
mean, I can, but I'd rather not. Um, I don't know. I guess he just sounded it because I looked happy or something. No, he's smiling. Shut his shit down quick. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. So what? They got mad at you then for making too much noise, or what
They got
happened?
mad at me. They got mad at me for living my best life, for breathing, for coming there and not being weak. They
Interesting.
were like, "You in Planet Fitness and you can lift more than 100 pounds. You need to
You can
leave."
lift more than the bar. Get out of here. We only want to see progression. We don't want to see steady moderation of your health.
Because they say they have signs that say no intimidation, no discrimination, but then they have a sign that describes what a lunk is. Somebody with a tank top and a water jug, or somebody that grunts,
Mhm.
and they just they discriminate about that. When they pull that alarm when someone like that walks in, or when someone like that drops their weight or whatever, you know.
Huh. I don't know,
Anyway,
but it sounds
no,
pretty
you don't
bad.
know. Yeah, no. I mean, normally, like it doesn't get sounded off normally. Anyway, so all right, back to what we were talking about. Recent maxes I've got. The last max I did on deadlift was 403 because it was on a meet. It was with kilogram plates. I
Mhm.
want to max out again because that was a little while ago. I just need to get into a new gym. Yesterday on bench, I got 245 on bench, so that was a 10-pound PR from my last max at 235.
Mhm.
Uh,
235. Wow.
yes, sir.
You're getting them gains.
Yeah, I suppose so. Um, Squat, I was really proud of because I've been seeing other short bebop do it all the time, and I was always like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it without knee wraps. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, dude,
So
Short Bebop, he was crazy. That guy was, dude, he was like squatting what, 350, 340?
yeah,
But it's
yeah,
because he
and I
was
got
short.
315.
He moved down like 3 inches, and that was a squat for him.
I know it was crazy, but I got 315 on squat, and I was all like, no way, I got 3 plates on my back, and I'm not dead. There's no way, bro. There's
Yeah.
no way.
But did you do it though? Did you do it?
I did it. I went parallel all the way down, came
Let's
back
go.
up,
Clap,
got my
clap, clap.
protege. I also sent a video in our group chats. Like
Mhm.
y'all didn't even watch it because you didn't give a shit.
Well, I don't know. I was probably sleeping or something.
I saw y'all look at it. Y'all
Yeah.
put past it. Well, I'll send it again later.
Wow, way to call us out.
It is what it is. But also I'm gonna be making a YouTube channel soon, as well as I got my TikTok. It's in my beacons link in the description, but we might just start putting our social medias like by itself in the description, just because it looks like beacons is not turning into hyperlinks. So
Yeah, it's not really working out for some reason. Can't figure it out. Like, not bigger brain. I'm not big brain enough to figure out why, but um, yeah. I guess we'll just have to start putting our social medias as link after link into our description.
Or you guys can copy and paste the beacons link into Google, and then it'll send you to the page. But
Unless you're on your phone and you can't do that. So yeah.
I mean, I did it this morning.
Well, I know you did it. Wait, how? On your phone?
Yeah, I just copy and pasted the beacons link, put it into
I know, but
Google.
like, let me go there. I'm on my phone right now. I'll go to YouTube. Like, hold on. It doesn't work for me because if you're in the app, it doesn't seem like it works. Do you watch YouTube with the app or no?
Well, um, go to copy link, in your beacons, and or copy and paste that link from your beacons into Google.
Your beacons. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Give me a second. Beacons, social media. Yep, nope. In the app of YouTube, you can't actually copy the paste, and at least that's how it is for me on an Apple phone. But maybe it's different on another phone.
Well, go to the beacons on Google, and I'll tell the viewers a little story about powerlifting while you do that.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
So, basically, this story is a story of when I saw a fool get. I'm not. Yeah. Okay, he's not a fool. This Bebop, he actually is one of the strongest powerlifters of my day back when I was doing it in high school. And he also was a very good friend, workout partner. We actually went to a state meet together back in powerlifting. Okay, we use these things called knee wraps. They would basically spring you up when you went down for a squat. So technically, they'd help you get up to 50 to 100-pound PR on your squat. So you'd be lifted way more than you normally would. And I went to go wrap his knees with the knee wraps, and they're very difficult to use if you haven't practiced a lot. And I hadn't practiced a lot. He went up there and went to go do his reps, his set, his one rep in that meet, and he hurt his leg. We heard a snap. Of course, we do speculate his form was a bit off because his knees were kind of going inward, and he did lose that meet. But the thing is, we both learned valuable lessons from that. Him, better form, do it light, do it right, but to be more cautious and careful when you are at those meets and you're lifting. I notice a lot of people when they, or at least people like I've trained with, when they go for their max, so they go and lift.
All right, I'm back.
They lift the. I'm telling a story. They lift the ball up off the rack, and then they go straight down without bracing, without breathing. And even the guy I'm training right now, he does that. He'll pick the ball up when he's about to squat, and he'll go straight down. He'll go straight down like he Lizzo about to twerk. And yeah, all I gotta say about that is take some time, breathe, pick that ball up, get your footing, your stance set up, and then go down. Brace your core, go down, then come back up. Don't do it in one solid fluid motion. Do it in steps. Take your time.
Yeah.
And then what I learned from that experience was don't wrap people's shit unless you know how.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the end of that. Anyways, did you find out?
Yeah. No, it works on the browser, but it doesn't work on my phone.
Cool. So our socials are in the description below. Just copy paste them in the browser, and in my YouTube and my TikTok, I'll be posting some workout videos. If you guys want to follow along. I had my own personal little powerlifting team back in Washington. We were called MVR. We went to a meet. We were about to go to a second one, but your boy COVID happened. Yeah, he came in and decided, he was gonna fuck some shit up. So that's what happened with that.
Yeah. That COVID pretty much put a halt on a lot of things, everything. So.
It really did, especially like personally, I stopped working out when COVID happened because I was depressed. that,
Dude,
you know,
I still haven't worked
team
out.
I just choose interrupting me again. I'm kidding. The team that I put together, have you ever played Mario Super Sluggers? It was a baseball game.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What?
Super Mario Super Sluggers, you know?
Uh,
Super Mario Super Sluggers, the video game. The Mario video game?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, well, it's a baseball video game. It's kind of like the tennis and all those other Mario video games. Anyway, in the video game, you need 9 people to play baseball. And Mario has to go around and recruit fools from every part of the world to join his team. Bowser, King K. Rool, Elizabeth Warren, uh,
Michael Jackson.
Ouchie. Yeah, he had to, dude. He had to get everybody. Shoot, this boy even got. Bros, this boy even got Moses, dude. He went back.
Who are you talking?
Dude, Moses split the Red Sea.
You talking
Mario
about the?
came back and picked him up real quick.
Are you talking about the guy with the stick?
What do you mean the guy with the stick? You mean
You know, the
Moses?
guy with the stick, Moses.
Yeah,
He went like, with the stick, I shall do your wonders.
yeah, dude.
And then
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you saw the burning bush, and wasn't his brother like a pharaoh or something? All I know about that is from the movie.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's basically what I had to do. I went around recruiting everybody I could that I knew heavily worked out or would be interested, and had a team. And then COVID struck, and tore us apart.
Oof.
And that's kind of what I learned through my entire powerlifting season, powerlifting like season. Like I know I had multiple seasons, but my whole powerlifting career, like shit'll happen unexpectedly. Stuttering my soul out my body. Stuff will happen
Bro, you
unexpected.
sound like me from the first episode.
You sound like, never mind. Uh, stuff will happen, and you kind of have to work around it and improvise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that's kind of like the way life goes too. Sometimes, for lack of a better term, shit will hit the fan, and you make what you will of it. You can't sometimes you can't stop it. So you just
Yeah,
gotta
it'll
work
be
around
spinning on
it.
the fan too, and it's gonna flick shit at you, and you have to choose to dodge, grab it, or eat it.
Wait, why?
And-
Why would you? What? What do you mean by? No, you don't have to eat it.
Well, you could.
No, you don't have no, no, you don't have to eat it.
Well, some people would disagree with you. So,
Well, I don't care what some people would disagree with.
yeah. Well, it is what it is.
No, it's not. It's not what it is. We're
It
not past
is
it.
what it is. Okay.
Okay.
But let's get into it though. Let's get into it.
We've been
So,
getting into it.
yeah, I know. Well, like, let's get into like what it takes to like be a successful powerlifter though.
All right.
What do you think defines a good powerlifter? Because
A
I know
good.
you've seen bad ones, and I know you've seen some good ones.
I've seen that one bad one. You know, that Bebop. You know, with the really crappy form. Yeah, they were not destined to be a professional powerlifter, but that's okay. You know.
But also Bebop, anybody can powerlift though. Anybody can if they put in the work. That Bebop, we went to the gym, and I personally myself showed him how to deadlift correctly, and all we need to do was lower the weight, because we kept doing it, and he was all like, "You're wrong, your training sucks, and this is why I can't, this is why, you need to stop." And I was trying to figure out, okay, what am I doing wrong? Why can't he actually get the form right? This is easy weight. But then I realized, okay, wait, this is easy weight for me. Let's try my backup, my plan, freaking plan W. And plan W was
And why?
plan Y. Plan Z. It was basically plan Z. What I did was I took off the weight, even though he was pissed at me. Like, he was all like, "Don't do that." and I put on what? I put on 95 pounds
Mhm.
on the bar, and I was all like, pick this bitch up. And you know what he did?
You
He
picked it
picked
up?
that bitch up. Yeah, he picked
Nice.
it up with good form.
Well, that's good. And that just goes to show really anyone can, they can be good at powerlifting. I think though what makes a good powerlifter at the end of the day is just discipline, patience, discipline, and perseverance. All you have to do is you have to and goals. You have to understand what you want. You have to understand and you have to research how to get to it, and then you have to follow that regimen strictly and learn to be disciplined and follow that for an extended period of time, however long it will take for you to get, you know, to be a good powerlifter. And honestly, I think those are just the three rules, and that's kind of applicable to everything in life. You just have to know what you want to do, set your goal, understand how to get to your goal, and take action and persevere. Don't give up. Don't say, hey, I'll do it tomorrow. You know, do it. And it's okay if you fail, because worst case scenario, you fail. Just try again. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it's the same thing with powerlifting. Like if you don't get the results that you wanted right off the bat, and you've quote unquote failed, who cares? Just keep it up. Like keep trying. Just keep it up
yeah,
until you'll eventually build the muscle. You'll eventually work on your form. And tell you what, if you do all that and you do it consistently, then you will be a good powerlifter. You will be, or and you'll be good at anything if you apply that mindset to just about anything you do.
exactly. I had my student. We've been training for 4 weeks now, so obviously you're not gonna get much progress in 4 weeks.
Right.
But I had him do one of my intermediate like strength training programs, and I'm pretty sure I did this one with you as well.
Mhm.
But it wasn't a 5x5. It started out 5x5 the first week, but then it went like into a 5-3-1. And we've been doing that. And at the end of it, he didn't get any higher on his overhead press, but what he did get was higher on bench and squat by both squat by 15
Mhm.
and bench by 10 pounds.
Right.
And he tells me at the end, damn, this is slower than I thought. And I was all like, yeah, it definitely is. At first though, the first lift when we did the overhead press, he just wanted to try it out, see if he was all like, shit, looks like your training failed, bro. I was all like, no, bro.
Like,
It didn't fail. You did. You know,
yeah.
because and I knew I didn't fail. I wasn't gonna ever take that from anybody because I maxed out and I improved greatly myself. I got 315 on the squat. I already said all this earlier,
Mhm.
but
But
I improved, so I know it works. So I know he improved in some way. So I had him do everything else too.
right. But I think like do you think maybe it's like a body type thing, or maybe it's like that workout works well for you, whereas probably a different workout works
No,
differently for
no,
him?
no, no, no. It's
Because
never a body type thing because that goes then if we say that, that means that women and men have different types of workouts that they need to be doing then. Any
well no,
workout works for any person.
well get
Now,
this though. Because to some degree things like that do come into play, not necessarily body type, more so genetics. Like look at your student. Perhaps his body is just because endomorphic, exomorphic, and then what's the other one?
his body is the same as tall bebop.
That's tall bebop. Okay, and that one's pretty much the same as yours, so it probably isn't that big of a difference, but might also be some sort of genetic difference. Maybe he needs a different kind of workout that will work him better. And if
Well, this
that's not the problem,
it
then
wasn't
it's
a
probably
muscle
just
problem. It was a strength. It was just a strength thing. The thing is we did it wasn't like we're working multiple muscles each week. I mean, shoulders, we did a shoulder day. We did a deadlift and back day. We did a chest and triceps um and a leg day, and it was just a 4-day program. So in that case, yeah, I can see why you don't see too much muscle growth, but it was mainly for strength. And like I said again, it was 4 weeks. He
right.
didn't have any diet. I purposely didn't tell him anything he should eat. Like I don't give him like meals or some shit like that. But I would tell him like his macros and what he should not his macros, but I was gonna teach him what macros were and what kind of foods he can buy to like make into meals and stuff. But I purposely didn't do it so he could actually see how long it's gonna take to, get to where he wants with a shit diet, with no diet,
Mhm.
So that way, after the program finished, he'd be more hyped up, knowing that he's gonna get to his goal faster if he keeps on a steady like meal plan. Even I'm not making a meal plan obviously, but like, with a steady diet, because workout's just 20% of, the journey. 80% is what you eat, and once you control what you can eat and you stop eating what you shouldn't, your mindset's going to improve greatly too, because that's one of the biggest things, like being able to control how much you eat and what you eat, because it's hard. It really is, dude.
Right. Oh, sorry, hold on. Sorry, I'm reading something here real quick on that because I looked up because my brain caught on to what you said about that being 20% of working out, right? And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna look that up. It says here, as a rule of thumb, weight loss is generally 75% diet and 25% exercises. Interesting. Hmm. An analysis of more than 700 weight loss studies found that people see the biggest short-term results when they eat smart. So yeah, moral of the story: eat smart and work hard.
But then too, weight loss is different from fat loss, but people don't understand the difference. Because you can be like you, okay? Let's say you're you and you're all muscly and stuff, but you short and you weigh 180, but it's all muscle,
Right.
and you have a low body fat percentage.
Right.
But then you see another person, let's say, well, actually 180, like I don't think anybody can really be fat. Okay, let's say there's another short person just as short as you, and they just really obese. And let's say 180 is obese, okay? Let's say in a different universe it's obese.
Okay.
And you see another person next to you and they're 180, but they're just obese,
Mhm.
But you both weigh the same. The only difference is, yours is muscle and not fat.
Well, yeah, and muscles, it's more dense. Muscle, bone structure, all that. Like you can get thicker bones by working hard too. Fun fact, um, and stuff like that. Those are more dense than fat, so they'll look more compact, but you can weigh a lot with a lot of muscle.
Yeah, and that's true. That's true. So people should be really focusing, unless you're really obese and you need to lose like weight, then yeah, go ahead with like, the weight. But once you get down there, you should focus on like fat loss if you're still trying to cut instead of just focusing on weight itself. Because you get so caught up, looking at the scale every morning, like when's it gonna drop? When's it gonna drop?
Right. I've been there. I think not for the weight loss aspect, but for me it was because I was too small. I weighed like 95 pounds, and as I'm working out, I started putting on weight, and I kept checking it, just like it's growing, like I'm getting big. That was
Hey,
awesome.
yeah, I see. I was there too. Always on my scale every day.
Yep. But tying this all back to powerlifting and your student, I don't know, like what do you think then mindset wise you really need to have then to be a good powerlifter? Like that was the main question.
Yeah, mindset wise, I do believe that you have to be prepared to take risks. And when I say take risks, I don't mean like take a risk where you're gonna injure yourself at a meet or something, but trust your gut. Trust your gut when you're lifting. There's many times when I was at a meet, like recently, my last meet I went to go deadlift 350. Felt like picking up the morning dog and I mean paper. Picking up the morning can that I deliver. Um, and it felt like paper. And I told the coaches, they were asking me, well, hey kid, wow, what are you thinking about doing next? And, and you know what I said? I
You
said,
said, um, well, I'm gonna lift a bunch of weight now.
I said, I'm gonna do 400.
Why is that even funny? Okay, that's crazy though. You said you went from what to what, like 350? What'd you go
Yeah,
from?
350 to
Yeah.
400. I had a lot of strengths that I had hidden that I didn't realize because um, I had it maxed out for at least 10 weeks.
Wow.
I had it maxed out at least 10 weeks from the start of college to because I did 1 year before I dipped,
Right.
and 10 weeks in I did my first 10 weeks in, yeah, I did my first meet, you know, at during college.
Right.
So with that being said, everybody was like saying, "No, Raymond, you can't do this. It's a bit, it's a bit much, mate." And I didn't care. I went up the I went up to the, I went up to the main. Shit. I went up to the weight. I said, "Hello, bozo," and I just lifted it.
Mhm. And you just lifted the 400 pounds.
Well, 403 technically. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on it, and it was kilograms too.
Oh,
So yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, so I did that, and I was really proud. It was really crazy, and that just goes to show you if you trust your gut, because you'll know what you can lift and what you can't. And sometimes you can't lift it, but it's close to what you could lift, because you're never going to choose some crazy ass weight. Everybody knows what's in that realm of possibility. And at the meet, your realm of possibility opens up wider because of the adrenaline rushing through your body.
interesting. That's a pretty good point. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, during practice, I remember that weight was a lot heavier than it was at meets. I was also able to, warm up with a lot more when I was at meets. So, I mean, personally, I do believe that when you're at a meet, you can lift a crap ton more than when you're just by yourself or, just training.
well, definitely. I think adrenaline plays a big role because like you're at a meet and every all eyes are on you at that point. You go up there and everyone's watching and you're like, I'm gonna look like the biggest loser if I can't pick this up. And when your adrenaline goes, that makes it so you can really you can really tap into that strength, right? It's into that fight or flight response, and then you can force the weight up.
Yeah, that's basically how it works. And as you go through meets, what I notice, I don't know if you notice this, but you can, as you go through and you get more experience, you can actually summon that adrenaline back whenever you need it during heavy lifts. And I do that all the time.
Oh, interesting. I actually didn't know. Huh.
And I've been trying to teach my boy here, my student, like how to do that as well.
Right. Say sorry, guys. We just had a little technical difficulty there, so had to edit that out. But yeah, Raymond, you were saying though, you're gonna teach your
Oh
guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just telling you, like, as you go to meets and stuff, and you feel this adrenaline rushing through your body, and you get that feel, and you perfect it, you can actually automatically do it when you're going to lift. I notice, and I've been told this by other people too, that way stronger than me.
Right.
I notice that's why a lot of people will have somebody slap their back. I notice people have somebody slap them in the face,
Mm-hmm.
or people take smelling salts.
Yeah,
And
I watched some TikTok trend of people cracking them open, smelling them, and like it doesn't look very fun.
it's literally a crack rock on the spot that you can take to
Actually, it
boost
has
your
like
adrenaline.
ammonia in it.
Okay, well, it was a joke, Jared. I was just trying to make a crack. Can you let me make a crack rock joke? I was just trying to.
No, not on my Christian podcast.
We're long past that. Anyway, um, yes, I've been trying to teach my student that and how to do that, how to summon that, because he's been having a lot of trouble. I think he's got a pride thing too, because he won't like use Like, I think you have the issue with using like equipment that could, you know, help them out in the gym. Like even with belts, belts don't help too much. Besides, give you something to, give your spine something to brace against, which is really important.
Mm.
As well as when I use a belt, I don't know, it makes me feel like I can lift a little bit more than I normally can.
I think belts they're just good to use because they keep your back safe. You know, they can help you not hurt yourself or maybe throw out your back or something. They help brace it pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I know there have been a lot of lifts that I would have died doing if I didn't have a belt.
Right.
And
Um, on a
same.
note though of sorry, I was about to switch up topics. I was gonna say though on a note of working out and stuff though, I haven't really been able to like leave my house for like a while now, and I haven't been able to leave a lot. So I haven't been working out as much, but I do want to try to get back into working out. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So like I was thinking, I have dumbbells. My dad bought some dumbbells that was pretty awesome. Um, I've actually been using those now, and I was going to buy a poster for bodyweight workouts. You know, like push-ups and stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I see you. Okay.
And
Oh,
yeah, so I'm gonna try to get into that, and it's I'm just making sure that's on record though, so I can look back on that in case I don't, and wallow in my depression.
I did this program. It was like the 100 push-up program, and it was basically like it was an 8-week program of push-ups to get you up
Mhm.
to being able to do 100 in one sitting. At the end of the day, I got up to 60.
Oh yeah. Actually, I already tested just 2 days ago. I already tested how many push-ups I can do in one sitting, even though I'm really out of shape right now. And I was able to do 65 in like I think under not 30 seconds. It was like under a minute, right? And that was pretty cool. But the problem with that is right after I did those all like really quickly, I almost threw up.
Well, under a minute, yeah, of course you would Goku. What the hell? Can you solo Goku?
No, it's just I was trying to see how fast I could do as many as possible. And so like the trick to it is you go up and you kind of have to like push up in such a way that like you almost throw yourself up, and then you kind of have to let your gravity drop you down and you have to catch yourself. So all I'm
Yeah,
really exerting is the catching part.
yeah. So no, like no locking out. You're just keeping the tension on the chest.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, after I finished that, I just kind of got up and I was like, that was so easy. Like 10 seconds go by and I'm like ready to throw up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I get you. I get you.
But yeah, I need to definitely work that more.
Yeah, yeah. And I would say try doing them where you just lock out, so you can get a more like you can get that
You get that
tricep action.
stretch too.
Well, the stretch comes at the bottom of the lift.
Actually, no. Also, the stretch comes for your biceps when you lock out.
Huh.
Yeah, you get a little bit of a stretch in your bicep, and so by locking out, and I think locking out in every exercise is good. Like you don't like oh, what's a good example? What's the one where you get onto like it's kind of like the row machine, but it has a cord. It's connected, and it works your back, and you push it, and you bring it back, and you go forward, and you bring back.
The row machine, the thing that makes that loud noise when you go to get on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So those are it's I think it's really important on those to like really extend forward and really tighten up back, because then you get like you're working out the full length of your muscle. You're getting that stretch in as well, and it makes it grow big.
Huh. Okay, okay. I never really I tried the machine a few times. I never realized that it was for your back. I just thought it was just a cardio machine.
Oh no,
A
no, no!
good old
It's for your
machine.
it's kind of for your a little bit of your lower back. I'd say more so of your upper back. It really helps build like a what are the wings? You know,
The
your
latissimus
lats. Yep,
dorsi.
it really builds your lats. And so that's why, and fun fact, we actually bought one. My parents, they just bought one not too long ago, so we got that set up now in our basement, and I've been doing it every now and then. It's really hard though because I'm so out of shape.
Well, yeah, you got to keep consistently, get up and get it done. Not a lot
Yeah,
of people have a home gym,
I know, I
so
know. it's it's
t-
it's it's I, I'm quite lucky, and I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah. I definitely would be too. So yeah, no, just stay consistent with it, and you'll be good. But still on getting back to powerlifting though, there's a lot of back end stuff that people don't know about.
Oh yeah.
Because let's say you want to get into powerlifting, I was one of those when I was younger. When they first recruited me,
Hmm.
them said they said, "Yo, want to get into powerlifting?" I was all like, "No, no. Why would I? No, no. I'm not gonna do that. I,
Why would I work out?
why would I go and get physical exercise and not be obese? I'm going to eat till I die." And they were all like, "We got buffets," and I was all like, "What you say?" And I just joined. And as I kept going, I know it's all revealed now. As I kept going and working out, it took like 2 months in the first meet, but I actually ended up enjoying working out. I actually ended up enjoying like going to the meets and rocking people shit. Of course, first year I sucked ass. Okay, I sucked at lifting,
Hmm.
and I didn't really win much at all.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
so
you were a little weak baby boy. You were a little newbie.
yeah, basically, Jared, I definitely was. But like I said, I started loving it, and I got a lot more serious about it. I started getting some supplements such as creatine and protein powder, which I researched on my own and found they were two of the safest supplements you can use. Which is, I'm trying to get my protege on that too because he doesn't believe that. He doesn't really trust it.
Right. Why
So
doesn't he trust it though?
I don't know. Maybe it's a pride thing, but he's he was saying he was talking about how it was harder than he expected to get protein. I'm all like, well, that's why we got the supplemental shakes that you can make into stuff. You can put it in your yogurt, make protein oats, protein pancakes. You can make a lot of stuff out of it, and put stuff in it to add that up, because that's what we're mainly focusing on right now. Because actually getting like accurate macros for literally everything is really, it's almost impossible for a beginner. And even me, I don't even do that. I just try to get the amount of protein needed. But
Right.
as I started gaining more like muscle mass, now I'm like, as well as probably a little bit more like weight too, along with that. I'm up to like, what was it, 220 last time I checked my weight.
Oh wow.
I know, right? It's crazy. But the thing is, my body doesn't look any different than it did. Like, okay, maybe it does look a little bit different because now I can't fit my belt.
I was gonna say you look a lot thicker now. You're well, not just like fat, but like I saw your profile picture or your old one. You're a lot thicker looking than you were in high school. You were a lot more skinny. I'd say lanky, and you looked
Yep.
like a tree that was ready to fall over.
The tree that fell over grew legs and started powerlifting.
Yeah, yeah. For lack of a better term.
And now I look like the fucking stump.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. No, I was gonna say you look more like a baobab tree now.
Shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I'm the fucking Lorax right now. That's what I feel like. Anyway, that has
Okay.
nothing to do with
Okay.
anything. What were they talking about? Oh yeah, so yeah, he was just trying to do everything all naturally, but that's what I've been trying to do. Belts, wrist straps, protein, and creatine is all natural. That's as natural as you can get.
Right.
When you start getting into the steroids territory, when you start using knee wraps, that's when it starts getting really
Modified or
equipped.
augmented.
Yeah. When you start getting more equipped like that, that's when it starts getting crazy. All this stuff is basic. All this stuff is basic.
Yeah. Um. Oh, knee wraps, man. Those things are stressful. Very stressful.
Yeah, from the sound of your damn voice, boy, it sounds like it's stressing you out real good right
Yeah.
now.
No, I was just thinking of knee wraps. I was thinking that one meet that we went to in high school. Remember there was a shortage of what's it called, of coaches, of volunteer coaches and parents to help like wrap the kids' knees. So then they find you and me were the fucking thing one and thing two sitting in the corner picking our noses. They're like, hey, come wrap some knees.
No, I know, and I didn't even know how to do them. Even that story I told earlier, that whole too, the knee wrap I did sucked butt too because I saw that thing unraveling from his leg as he was going up. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, even if it was his form, like my thing right there, it was coming apart anyway. So, um, yeah.
Yeah, no, it can be dangerous too if stuff like that happens, especially when you're dealing with as heavy of weight. Like if you put on knee wraps to get a new PR, which stands for personal record for those who aren't aware, um, and you try and lift it up, and then your knee wrap comes undone. Now you have lost a level of support that was pretty much your lifeline, kind of vital, and you're gonna
No,
get
no,
hurt.
be real. Be real with them. You ain't lose no support. You lost
No,
your whole damn leg. That thing is gone. It is maggot food. You have
that,
no leg. You were basically born with no leg. The leg
oh
is
my
inside you.
god. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, that's what happened to Bebop.
That oh, don't say no. His was not as bad.
It
No,
wasn't
his
that
just
bad, but
it did a
it
did a
was
little
pretty bad.
snap. It did a little snap. That's all it did.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he's recovered from it, because that was really scary in the moment.
It was. I had my midlife crisis. I was about to buy a condo in the Bahamas and retire.
Right. Become like some sort of oh, what's the word? A hermit who studies like the teachings of Buddhism.
I was gonna teach everybody. Yeah, I was about to like go there, be the turtle hermit, and teach everybody the ways of freaking powerlifting,
Yep.
just on a little island.
Hey, it's like, hey, kid, lift that rock over there. The kid can't lift the rock.
My leg! Put that rock down, kid!
Has PTSD.
Beat
Gosh.
the kid.
My
Oh,
heart.
anyway, we, we got a little off topic there. But
Oh, okay. I don't even remember what we were talking about anymore.
anyway, a whole point of that was don't turn down, the basic necessities of powerlifting. There's a lot of back end stuff that goes into it that a lot of people don't know of, and one of them, the most important thing, is get the equipment you need. Now, equipment like belts and wrist straps, obviously keep your wrist straight, and once you put them on, they should be tight, and you're not even focusing on anything else besides getting down and getting that lift done, because your shits is hurting.
Right, yeah, it sucks, especially your back. Like, you know how they teach us to pick up the bar and rest it on, like, somewhere on, there's a part behind your neck, kind of like on your nape, they kind of have you rested on, or below.
Yeah, it should be on your right above your shoulder blades on your no, not even by your shoulder blades. It should be high on your trap.
Yeah, no, that's really uncomfortable, especially with heavy weights, because it starts, like, digging into your spine, and it's like, eesh.
Well, for me with heavyweight, yeah, it's heavy, but if I'm doing just one rep, I don't mind.
Yeah, no, I do, though.
I mean, you could do low bar squats where it's just on your lower delts, and
Low bar
I guess
squats.
yeah, it's a little lower, and you're pushed a little bit more forward instead of your head and body being upright. Like your body is now leaned like forward. You know, like how Michael Jackson is leaning forward in that video you sent.
What?
Was that something else? Shit.
What are
Anyway,
you...
you're leaning more forward, and it feels like you're about to fall over, but really you're not because the weight is centered, but you're not.
Right.
So
Yeah, that reminds me of like different forms too, to use throughout powerlifting. Like, remember deadlifting and sumo? What was it, the sumo form or something?
yeah, people shitted on sumo because they thought it was easier, but really sumo is just as hard. It's just
Hmm.
that I plateaued in conventional, and I had a last resort decision to change to sumo. Sumo is
So it's
harder
easier.
to get off the ground. No, no, it wasn't easier because I've never did sumo before. I
Right.
just realized, oh shit, there's another form. How about I try that? Because it was my last lift. I said fuck it, you know.
Hmm.
I didn't know what to do. I mean, Bebop was looking at me like a disappointed mom, um, and I wanted to do something, so I did that, and I made that lift. So sumo is harder to get off the ground, I noticed, and it targets your quads a lot better. And conventional is harder to lock out, from my
Yeah.
experience, and from what I've seen from y'all when y'all shaking violently. I know I've seen like 8 people go into cardiac arrest trying to get their lifts up. So I'm assuming that it's a little bit harder to lock out.
Yeah. No, that reminds me of that time I lifted 325 pounds, and it was conventional stance or was conventional form. Ugh, oh my gosh, man! I
Yep,
was shaking like a freaking like a baby chihuahua going into cardiac arrest or something.
you pretty much were. I didn't really know what to do, but I knew that you would either get it or it would be so bad to the point where you'd have to drop it.
It was really bad.
Yeah, yeah. No, the form was ass. It was complete ass. I won't lie to you. I will not. But you did end up getting it,
Right.
and at that point, when you're maxing out that hard, I think it's okay to make an exception for shit form. If it comes down to you need to get this lift, you're almost there, then go ahead. But at least try to consider having good form for the lift. Don't say fuck it altogether and just
Well, and
slow
that's not
your.
what I did. It just for that at that point too. It was like you're dealing with weight that heavy. Like I think at that point I was just more worried about getting the lift than the form.
Yeah, yeah, because you need the points. You need all the total points so you can win.
Right.
And you want to be able to make it to state too. So
Yeah, and actually I did end up going to state, and I set a state record, or so I, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure I set a state record, but I don't really remember.
I don't even remember. I didn't even go to nationals because I was at my graduation party. But I did go to state. What was it, 2 years in a row? 3 years in a row. And I no, it was two. It was two. And I destroyed some fools.
Awesome.
So I went to multiple states. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so all those are really fun and they just really boost your confidence as well as your knowledge of like just lifting and how the body works. You know what I mean?
Sorry, hold on. What? What? I didn't quite hear what you had said at first. You said something is really fun.
Oh yeah, I was saying like just the entire oh, I was just talking about how it kind of like the information that we got, like how the body works. We learned all that at by the end of our powerlifting careers. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that was really fun. Like learning like different muscle groups and learning how to work out each one. That was really fun. And that was useful knowledge for whenever I'm at a gym now. I now go and I'm like I don't really remember names. I just know these are the muscles I want to work. This is the workout to do it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, especially with normal shit too, just like lifting box. I know it's helped me at work,
Mhm.
lifting stuff and moving stuff because now I know, what muscles are gonna be activated or work, doing these and what type muscle fiber types are gonna be
Right.
activated when I pick this up or do that, so I can be prepared. You know,
Yeah.
and
Um
it's crazy too, and you just think about it on the spot. Same thing, like I was saying about the self. What was it? It was the self adrenalization. You know what I mean?
self-adrenalization. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's kind of a cool trick to learn too. You kind of have to figure you learn how to, work yourself up. How to what's the word? Hype yourself up for a big lift or a heavy lift.
That's what they call it. That's what they call it. Hype yourself up. You
Mhm.
know, my mom went to my last powerlifting meet in high school, and the entire time she was standing over me when I was warming up, saying, "Go, go, 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 go," doing this little dance, and I was like, "Go!" I'm trying to do this, you know.
Did it hype you up?
Yeah, it got me a little frustrated. It got me real hyped though. Yeah,
That's great. That's really funny,
yeah.
actually.
It was yeah, it's something.
Bro, the power of moms is crazy.
It is. I mean, even like your mom, Jared, she was benching a heck of a ton more than you, mate, when you were
I
starting out.
know. I
She
know, it
was
was so embarrassing.
she was doing 135, but she did that like easily. So
She wasn't doing 135 because 135 is the one where you put all the big 45 plates on. She was doing the one where you put the 35 plates on. What is that? 70 plus
she did a
45?
45-pound plate on each side.
No, she did 115.
No, I remember she did 135,
And
and
I
she'll
remember
tell you
she
she
did
did too.
115.
She'll tell you she did too.
Well, of course
Why
she
you
will
why
because
you
that'll
making
be
your
her
mom
victory,
why you making
Moses.
your mom sound weak? Why you making her sound weak? She
I
gotta
don't make her
come.
sound weak. I know exactly what had happened because I remember
No,
I didn't.
no,
No,
I remember
listen.
too. I was there,
No, you're
Jared.
not
I was
listening to
there.
me.
You're salty because she beat your
No,
ass.
I'm not salty because no, I know what happened though. What had
No,
happened?
you don't. You don't
No,
even
because
remember.
no, listen to
You
this.
got beat so bad.
No, because
You got delirious, dude. You
no,
got
listen,
fucking
here's what happened. What had happened was is that I was not able to lift a specific weight at that point. So my mom came in and proved me wrong and she was able to lift it. That weight that I wasn't able to lift then was
five.
115 pounds. I was not
No,
able to surpass
able to-
115. I was able
no.
to surpass 145 about a month later when coach
After your mom passed down her powers to you.
when our coach he he said, hey, come lift this 3 times, and I did it 3 times, and he was like, you see what you did? I was like, what was that? He was like, I was like 145, and I was like it was crazy.
Your mom did it. I already know. I saw her
Pretty
do
sure she
it.
did 115.
She did 135. You can ask after this podcast too.
No, I will, and I'll tell you what happened, and I bet she doesn't even remember, and so she'll just say what you said because that's the victory.
No, she'll remember, and I know she'll remember because it's the day she beat your ass.
Why are
That's
we
like what.
arguing about this?
Because you know your mom is your mom can solo Goku.
Probably. Oh jeez.
But the fact is, she's already stronger than both of us, and I just want you to understand what she did. But back to what we were talking about. We're talking about back end stuff. Meets. Let's talk about meets. When you get into powerlifting and you don't join a team, there are fees you have to pay, even on a team. But with a team, you guys can split it. You know, that's what we did, and everybody gives money to go and actually get in. When you're doing it by yourself, there are fees. Me and my boy, my student are going to USA Powerlifting. It's like $60 for the membership, 100 to get in and actually do the bench squat deadlift.
Right.
So different meets, different states have different fees and all that stuff. And as long as you have the membership still active, it lasts for 1 year. As long as you have it active, you can go to as many meets as you want with that membership, but you still have to pay to get in the entry fee to each meet. Along with that, you also have to get a little bit more familiar with weights and kilograms. Even though they have a conversion chart, you're going to want to know what they look like so you're not sitting in front of the table like me my first time looking at it like can I get one can I get a burger? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So get familiar with that as well as commands too. That's one thing that we're going to be working on as well as the commands. I remember we had a foreign exchange student who didn't really understand the commands when we were at the meet, and he lost a lot of points because he didn't understand. You
Oof.
always have to pay attention to the coaches and understand.
Yeah, no,
Um,
you have to know when they say drop it or when they say press. That's one another command you need to understand.
or when they have you pause on bench. But
Oh
most
yeah.
coaches don't have you pause. Like, I had this one dude, it's only supposed to be a 1 second pause, but this dude had me pause for at least a max of 3 to 4 seconds. And I don't mean like 1, 2, 3. I mean like 1, 2, 3, and he had me down there waiting for me to fail. He was waiting for me to wade in the water or something. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. That's hilarious though. Could you imagine that you're down here, you're like ready to die, and this guy's like, 1, 2,
I mean, I was ready to die at one point. Remember, you
3.
almost dropped that ball on my head.
Oh yeah. Oh
You were
no.
supposed to spot me,
Oh
but you ended
no.
up trying to fake me.
Uh, I didn't mean to. I forgot about
That
that.
was, yeah.
No,
It
you
was,
you were playing this really. You were benching heavy, and you were putting it back. You were putting the bar back onto the rack, and I, as a
I missed
spotter,
the
I'm
rack.
supposed to grab it and make sure it was there. But I didn't on one side, and then you let go, and it fell, and it just about crushed your head. Oh man, I feel so bad.
Like, you don't need to make sure it's racked, but you need to make sure that if I drop it, it don't kill me. But you were just ready to have my head
Well, because I
that
thought
day.
no, because I thought that it would had rack because I heard it go clank, right? And so I figured if he drops it, it's probably just going to be on the rack. And then you let as you let go, you're letting go, right? And it's dropping, and I'm just like, oh crap, I don't know what to do anymore.
The bitch that went clank was my skull to the bar.
I'm sorry,
It's
but
okay,
hey,
you
at
know.
least we can laugh back on it now.
Yeah, now that I'm not dead.
Yeah, no, it probably wouldn't have killed you. It probably wouldn't have felt good though.
Yeah, I did. It wouldn't have felt good. Anyway,
Uh,
I guess ending with the back end stuff. All else you would have to do is just get prepared for the meet by training, but you have to have a solid program. So without a team and a coach, you're kind of on your own. You're kind of on your own. So you have to make your own program. And you got to make sure it's effective. So you have to know how to write a powerlifting program. Um, so you could either like buy one from a professional coach, or you can hire a coach, or if you have a friend that powerlifts too, you can join them and still do it separately instead of the team. But it's up to you. But you need to have a workout, and you need to have it planned. You need to have, each day that you're going to the gym planned out, and then
yeah,
do
a
that.
little bit of structure will definitely help.
And for the love of God, do not max out every week.
Is that a thing that people do? Is that?
People do that.
But why?
I
Why would
I
you
used
do
to watch
that?
people do that all the time because they think that they improved after a week. I know sometimes Bebob he would get like starving Bebob. He would get really antsy when he didn't get a lift. And he would say, "Give me a week, I'll do it." And the lift would be like 30, 50 pounds above what he maxed out at already.
Mhm.
And he tried to go for it again, and he wouldn't get it. And he's all like, "Fuck it, I'll get it next week."
Oh, that was a serious case of some ear rape. Why would you do that?
I'm sorry, but that's really how it is for some people. So
Yeah.
please try to avoid that. At least take like at least 4 weeks max. I mean minimum 5. Take a deload week too. People don't talk about deload weeks as much as they should. Give your mind a mental break from the weights from the gym, because every week you come in, you're powerlifting, and your brain's all like, "Oh shit, we're about to do so much heavy weight," and that's why some people get tired and stop doing it and lose interest because they know they're about to get fucked up in the gym.
Right.
But from my experience, after that, and I feel that way sometimes too. After that, and I see a deload week coming, and I come in the gym, I'm all like, "Thank God, it's less. The weight is less, and it's gonna be a good day." You know what I mean?
Well, you give your muscles time to relax and rebuild, and yeah, it makes life a lot easier. But I think people also just need to realize, like, take your time. Like, there's no rush. Just do what you do and do it like every day. And if you just treat it like there's no rush and it's just part of your daily routine, then pretty soon you'll see results.
Yeah. Just come in with a plan, though. What you want, what your body goals are, and what you specifically want from this. You don't have to have like max goals, unless you want to. I would say just keep going until you feel like you're satisfied and don't want to powerlift anymore, and you can just keep going, you know. But come in with some kind of goal that will motivate you and you alone.
Right. All right. Well, is that what's happening now though?
Oh no, that's just what I wanted to say about that, man. That's just what I wanted to say about that. That was kind of the end of like the whole back and stuff. I don't personally think there's like really oh wait, I did forget about one thing. One thing though. A lot
What's
of people
that?
don't like to talk about this, but your fucking weight. Your goddamn weight is really important to focus on in powerlifting because you're going to be in a weight class specific to you because it wouldn't be fair for Tommy over here when how much you weigh now?
I weigh like I think 180, 170. Actually, no, I just lost weight. I used to weigh 180 and now I weigh 150.
There you go, there you go. So it wouldn't be fair for Tom to that weigh 150 to go up against big old Bobby that weigh 600 pounds benching 10,000. I don't know. I think there's some guy that benches 10,000. I don't know. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Normally the
I
heavier
get what you're
guys are
saying.
always going to be lifting more than you.
Yeah, typically.
So
Well, it's because there's like a body weight to muscle ratio that is kind of consistent throughout most people.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So with that being said, that's why weight classes are important to keep consistent in, which you can do with a calorie deficit or surplus if depending on your needs or if you're above your weight class or below, and just keep in that area until the meet.
Right.
Or shoot, if you want to stay consistent, keep in that area your entire powerlifting season. So if you're not doing this in high school, like me after I left, you're gonna have to decide like how long is your powerlifting season. I mean, I guess you don't have to decide. I guess you can just do what you want. But like me personally, um, I personally would like my powerlifting season to be from at least spring to summer. You know what I mean? Spring
Hmm.
to summer, and then fall to midwinter. So like August to December,
All right.
but starting next year. So
Yeah.
with that, just keep your consistent so you can stay in your weight class. Oh, did you have something to add in?
No, I didn't have anything to add, and I was just saying like I was pretty much just gonna generally wrap it up. I was just gonna say, well, yeah, mainly with like working out like that. I say just stay disciplined, perseverance, come with a plan, and yeah, maintain your diet and your weight class.
Okay, yeah.
And that's pretty much it. I don't know what much else to say about it.
But do you have any advice for the viewers that are interested in getting into powerlifting but are bulimic or are afraid of um losing or gaining weight
Okay, well,
and staying in their weight classes because you have to do that. You have to make sure that you're in your weight classes.
oh yeah,
So
definitely, especially when you're like on the smaller end like me. When you're one of the bigger guys, you don't have to watch your weight quite as often because generally they're I don't know the ratio is a little different, I guess. But for a smaller guy, you kind of have to watch your weight because it's pretty easy to actually go up weight classes. If you don't
yeah,
want to gain weight, just run go on jogs, work out, go on jogs and work out and watch what you eat. Don't always spend every day eating a freaking cheeseburger or a Big Mac or something, right? Or that Popeye sandwich that would get you killed anyway. um
yeah. I
um
mean, also remember too that you're not just gonna lose weight by running. You have to be at a deficit, like eat less than you're burning off, because you can run, but if you run and go get yourself a fucking Big Mac after, you, you better start running again. you know, because you lose like calories like really like slowly, even with cardio. You don't lose much. Like you have to be running for a long time to like lose a lot.
well, and I think though that's good though because that also helps build your cardio. right? And so like at least in my experience, I didn't really watch my diet, but like I'm naturally I don't eat a lot. I eat enough, but I don't call myself a heavy eater. But I do enjoy running quite a bit, so I'm a very active person, and that has helped me a lot in maintaining weight.
The thing I say that for, the reason I say that for though is if you're not in powerlifting to run, you're not gonna keep running consistent. So running a lot is gonna make
Well,
you
no,
like feel like, oh,
everyone
I'll do
should.
this.
I think really everyone and anyone, no matter what you're doing, should be running consistently. I think that's a good thing, a good habit to get into just for general health. Because
Okay.
when you run, it builds your cardiovascular health, right? And so that makes your lungs stronger. That makes your heart stronger. Most importantly, and when your heart is stronger, it can pump more blood to your muscles. It can pump more oxygen to your muscles. It can pump more blood and oxygen to your brain, and those are really the two most important parts of your body, or for the most part, right? Your muscles and your brain, because if especially if you're in powerlifting, you want more oxygen to your muscles. They'll build faster, or you can use them a lot better. Like you can activate more muscle fibers and stuff like that. And with your brain, that's just a general thing. Like I think anyone would want, they would want to have a clearer mind, more height, and be able to focus a lot easier.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. Okay. Well, with that, um, yeah, I mean, sure, I think we like covered everything like beyond powerlifting. Um, I mean, after the competition, you get awards, I guess, trophies. I got a few swords.
Yeah.
Homeless guy took my latest one.
Oh yeah. Did you ever get
But
that sword reimbursed or anything, or what was it?
no, I never got it reimbursed. I never got it reimbursed. But
It's a
what I
shame.
do got is a memory. I got a memory of it. Okay, Tom, I
All
got a
right. Well.
memory of it.
All right.
Okay,
Well.
but anyway though, so that is mainly powerlifting. If you guys have any questions about it, please feel free to leave a comment on this video and or email us at the email in the description and ask any questions you'd like to know, or give us any topics that you might want to hear about and we'll check it out.
Yeah.
And all our socials are in the links as well below in the beacons. You just gotta take them and put them into Google, and yeah, you'll find them.
And just let y'all know, third episode is going to be, we're going to bring our third host on, most likely. So
If he
we'll,
doesn't get on, he went out for milk again. So
yeah. So if he's not on this episode, he's not on for good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right.
it
Well,
is
anyway.
what it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, y'all have a good day.
Yes. We will see you next time. Ciao.